if you would join, let's bring him to the stage with some claps. Get it together, Mr. Dan Vital.
Thank you, Rick. Saw Rick in the restroom, and spider measuring's not going to help him that much. I always seem to say the wrong thing because the guy with the one testicle, I was back there, I asked him if he got half off at Broncos. That's not nice. Anyways, I think my proctologist might be gay. Either that, he's got a really big finger. I'm not going to turn around and check. I think it's my fault though, because I told him to poke me, but I meant on Facebook. Joey can't afford wires. Anyway, the other night I got my Viagra and my Ambien mixed up, and I slept on my stomach and I popped a frickin' hole in my waterbed. But I had the best way of doing that. It was weird because Marge Simpson came and she was like, "Oh, Don, you're so warm. You're so good. Oh my God." Marge, what do you know? You got blue pubes. Anyways, recently I became a member of the Mile High Club.
All right.
I had sex on a Greyhound driving through Denver. Actually, I did become a member of the Half Mile High Club because I was on a plane to LA and I went to the bathroom and I masturbated. Just joking, but you over there, sir, you look like a chain stroker. I bet you had purple tunnel. Anyways, I got this chubby friend that says I insinuate that he's overweight all the time, and I'm like, dude, why would I do that? We all start with our weight. That's not cool. I wouldn't do that. He goes, no, you make me feel fat. I go, I'll buy you lunch, make it up to you. Where do you want to go? Big Boys, Tubby, Potbelly, maybe Blimpy? So we go to lunch, and he's like talking politics, and I don't really know a lot about politics, but I try to play it off. So he's like, what do you think the private sector's gone downhill since Obama's been president? And I'm like, well, of course, man. Look who was president 4 years ago. Or look who ran the country. Bush, Dick, Cole. It was all about the privates. Anyways, the other day, I finally saw my first porno. Man, I looked younger back then. Those were the days. I did lose 3 pounds on Jenny Craig, though. I would have lost more, but her husband got home early. My son Ryan is a sweet little 12-year-old boy. He says, Dad, I'm having a hard time focusing at school. The teacher has alcohol on his breath. I think I've seen him touch himself inappropriately. I go, Ryan, I told you I'm going to stop homeschooling next year. I told you. You know, I read the other day that the government spent $2 million researching why laboratory rats have red eyes. I'm like, duh, they're up all night worrying they got cancer. I can't even see my six-pack. So, I had this one friend who claims I talk black just to look cool, and I'm like, you a damn live shit. No, you didn't. Oh, man. But I do think there's a double standard out there, because I know when girls sleep with a lot of guys, they're called slugs. Guys do it, they're called homosexuals. It's a double standard. I know what I mean.
Put your glasses on.
Alright, so I've been going to this shrink, because obviously if I dream about Marge Simpson, I'd probably need a shrink. So I told him I think I'm depressed, because the other day I went for a massage and I requested a stat ending. And he says I like to avoid reality and I'm sarcastic. And I'm like, whatever. And so he says, Don, first of all, I am offended that you call me shrink to my face. Because you know that's offensive. And I go, you do know that you're like 4'11". Right? And so he says, tell me some things you think about when you're alone. I'm like, Well, sometimes I think about if I married two midgets, would that be bigamy? And sometimes I wonder if Spider-Man, when he has an orgasm with webbing, comes out. Sometimes I think a better name for a unicorn is dickhead. I'm sure a lot of people think that, though. Because, well, we think you might be bipolar. And I'm like, dude, I'm not attracted to male or female polar bears. You're a moron. A couple years ago, I had to interview again. You know, like I had a job for a long time, and then I had to interview again. And the guy asked, I was kind of rusty. The guy asked me, so are you good at multitasking? And I'm like, too honest. I'm like, well, not really. I text while I drive, but I banged into a car once, and once I was in a threesome, but that didn't work out good because I got stuck in the guy's nipple ring, and the guy, what? But, so, never do that. When I was young, though, I did play some college football. University of Phoenix online, I was really good. I could click that mouse, man, that was good. So, let's see what else do I have. Detroit, the one thing I wanted to say about Detroit is, it's been really rough. I got some rental homes in Detroit. Do you know now if you get shot in Detroit, they consider that dying of natural causes? That's how rough it is. Haiti's sending them money. That's how bad they are. That's my time. See you.